Welcome back everybody to Boats vs. Haulover, where man and machine take on Mother Nature down at Haulover Inlet in Miami, Florida. Today's going to be a fun one. We've got an 18-mile-an-hour wind, an outgoing tide, 2 to 3 foot seas at about a 4-second period, which is going to give our captains fits as they try and make their way out of the inlet. Our captain here has a little success as he tries to make his way out. Let's see how the rest of our captains fare as they step in the ring and do battle with the inlet. And here we go, round one, and we've got a Hydra Sports stepping in the ring. In fact, it's our first captain we just saw coming back into Haulover. Our guy's barely up on plane. It is a heavy following sea. This could be one of the most dangerous sea states captains can fare, especially if those waves behind you catch up to you. They'll lift the stern out of the water, pushing the bow down, causing you to stuff it into the wave in front of you. So our captain's got to be careful and time this right. Right here we can see he's up on the throttle a little bit, pushing his way through, trying to keep the bow high to make sure nothing goes wrong. And so far, he looks okay. But the cap's going to be on a final approach here as he starts to enter the mouth of Haulover. He's going to come over the top of one wave, and we look pretty good. Now he's getting high, and boom, he crashes into the one in front of him, and I believe he stuffed it. Right here, we're going to see it. He goes down. Water fills the bow. We can see it spray up in the back, and that's going to be a stuffing, and our captain, unfortunately, is going to take a loss here in the first round for the boats. And this is going to bring us to the second round of our contest, where we're going to feature a Vanquish stepping in the ring to try and do battle with Haulover. These boats have a pretty steep entry and really high freeboard. As long as you can keep this boat moving, you're probably going to be good, and our captain's doing just that. He's got the throttle pinned and just decided he's going to straight blast his way right into the mouth of Haulover. No issues for this crew, and this crew will easily take a win for the boats in the second round, bringing us back to a 1-1 tie as we move into the third round. And here in the third round, we're going to feature a 40-foot Invincible catamaran. These boats are notorious for absolutely annihilating Haulover, even on the roughest of days, but our crew's doing the one thing you can't do in these boats, and that's come out slow. These boats want to be on plane, let the big boy eat, but unfortunately, Cap's gonna keep moving at a slower pace. Let's see how that plan fares for this crew. And apparently it's not going to fare well. They wind up stuffing it. And this is something we do not see often from these big catamarans, unless they're doing exactly as this crew is, just coming out a little bit too slow. Once again, these boats are a little different even than most monohulls. These catamarans, the rougher it gets, a little more power is what they want. Let the boat do its job and let it blast and cut through the waves. But unfortunately for this crew, they're going to wind up taking a loss for the boats, and it's a very rare loss for an Invincible of this size. And this is going to pull us into the fourth round of our contest. Haulover up 2-1. The boats need a win to keep this contest going, and we've got a Midnight Express stepping in the ring. But I can tell right now we've got a captain here who knows what he's doing. He's hugging the north side of the inlet, typically the calmer side, and here we're going to see he's going to immediately pull to the north as soon as he clears the jetties to try and get into calmer water. Smart move, captain, and this Midnight's going to easily take a win for the boats, and that's going to bring us back to a 2-2 tie. As we move into the fifth and final round of our contest, who will take the win in this episode? Will it be the boats or Haulover? Here we go. We've got a Nautic Star 28 coming into Haulover. Let's see how this crew fares and if they can pull the win off for the boats. And unfortunately, it looks like the Haulover intimidation factor may have gotten to this captain. He has come completely back on the throttles as they approach the mouth of the inlet. Now, this is not a terrible approach sometimes. You can try and line it up and time your entrance, but he's got to be careful. He can't let the waves from behind him catch him, like right here. He's being pushed by that wave. He speeds up just a little bit to try and get in front of it, but at this point, he really wants to try and post up on the wave in front of him and ride that in, because if he gets caught from behind again, the waves are going to take over and push this boat wherever Haulover wants to, like right here, as we can see. Unfortunately, my man, he's playing it a little bit dangerous. He will make it into the inlet, but the inlet intimidated him enough to bring him almost to a halt. I'm going to have no choice but to give Haulover the win in this round, and that's going to give Haulover the win in this episode. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Boats vs. Haulover. If you did, please check out our other content. We have Wavy Boats, who does a bunch of great things down at Haulover Inlet. My channel, Broncos Guru, do some great comedy boating videos there as well. And of course, we've got the Miami Boat Ramps channel that focuses on all the hilarity that happens at the boat ramps in South Florida. And if you guys haven't already, go ahead and drop an anchor on the subscribe button here.